Catch of a lifetime for me. I mean, if it was fish of a lifetime, it'd have to be the Burfield Common. But as a catcher goes, you know, i.e. the work put in, the time, the effort, I'd have to go with Bitemark from Stoneacres. Stoneacres is like, it's not an easy water. Them fish, you know, they've been fished for years. They've seen everything. And it can be a challenge, really big challenge. You know, it's like I say, it's 50 acres in size, about 60 fish. And for me, it's a 140-mile journey each way, which on its own is a challenge itself. So, yeah, I did 169 nights in total for Bitemark, and eventually it did happen. The session was mental, like how it all came together. I'd actually lost her twice leading up to it, which was real heartbreak. Once out in the boat, right at the side of the boat, I had her ready for the net, and she had one last bomb, went on a mad run, and she pinged off. And the other time I lost her at the edge. Actually seen her take the rig, and yeah, she went on a mad bolt, and I lost her in the weed. But yeah, on the actual session when I caught her, I turned up in the night, and I had a few fish crashing out in front of a swim called the Chow Mein, about 40 yards out. So I've just cut everything off, put a couple of choddies out because I didn't know what was out there. I just whipped them out in the zone where the fish were showing, and I had one within a couple of hours, a fish called Mini Choco. It's a really good, about 37, 38 pound. Next day I got up, all the fish had moved out into the pond. I didn't want to get the boat out, you know, the fish hate the boats. You've got used to the boat on Stoneacres. You can go out, look for spots, find spots, place your rigs. It's real nice, happy fishing, but at the same time it can be a real mind games, you know, like a game of chess. So yeah, I didn't want to get the boat out. But the next day they were all out, about 160s, 165s, and I can't chuck that for the life of me, and I had to get the boat out. So what I did, as I see these fish all showing consistently on the same spot, about 165 yards, bang in line with this conifer tree, and I knew there was an area out there, so I just thought to myself, right, I'm just going to go out while they're at it now. I need to know what they're up to. I need to know exactly where they are. And I've seen this real good yellow-bellied fish, and Bitemark haven't really got a yellow belly, but when it shows, it looks like it is because she's real stretched underneath. So I've gone out there, and I've gone out with a scope, and as I start getting towards the spot, I start seeing a bit of mist and that coming like downwind. I thought, I'm coming there, and then it was just black, and I just threw the H-block out. And yeah, as it's gone down, I just see these fish just scarper off the spot. And I thought, this is it, like. So I drifted off to another, let the area clear up, drifted off to another zone, found a spot, went back to that spot, and it was all like low-lying onion weed, all full of snail eggs it was, burrowed a bit up. And yeah, that's obviously what they were loving. In the spring, it's a really good bait. So I bopped up two rods on that spot, and then one off to the left. Later on that evening, started seeing a couple of shows. That real good one was still there. I thought, happy days, she's come back. I'm pretty sure it was her. I had a take on the middle rod that was on that spot, and yeah, I got it in, and it was the big leather, real yellow one. And I know that to be a good friend of Bitemark's, always with it. Not always, but I see her with it a lot of time. And I just knew it was going to happen. Everything was coming together. And yeah, I was in the swim doing little dances and all sorts, like did the worm, got my mate down, Nick, the bailiff, he come down. And I was just saying, it's going to go, mate, it's going to be her, it's going to be her, honestly. And literally within minutes, I've had this little twitchy bite, thought it was a tench. And yeah, and then it's just melted, and I just thought, hey, up, and I picked up into her, and it came in quite easy until it got to the shelf, and it was trying to burrow down the shelf, and then it was like shooting towards me dead fast, and then it had turned and just erupt like it knew it was in good connection with the braid, like it could try and uppull me. It was trying every trick in the book. But eventually she went in the net, and there she was. It was Bitemark. Absolutely buzzing, you know, after 169 nights, all that travel, and that was over 3 seasons, so it's a lot of time and effort, and it just all came together. It's like proper emotional. I had a little cry and that to myself at the night, and it was just the end of an epic campaign, really. And she went 45 pounds, 12 ounce, and that was me done there, and that actually led me on to Burfield.